No fixed costs.
They're massive.
Squash you like a bug.
We need to level the playing field.
Level the playing field.
But we have a secret weapon.
A unique advantage.
Another chance to see the amazing second series of Dynamo, Magician Impossible. Starts Tuesday the 30th of October on Watch. I have no idea how they do the stunts and tricks, but they are amazing. The competition is in Munich and the leaderboard is pretty much open. Brand new and exclusive to Dave. This is Red Bull X Fighters.
In the penultimate stop of the season, X-Fighters sets up shop at the Olympic Stadium in Munich, but who will be at their personal best and claim gold? With a host of riders in the hunt for victory, we should prepare for a Bavarian battle of epic proportions. This is Red Bull X-Fighters, exclusively on Dave. Welcome to the spectacular Olympic Stadium here in Munich for the next stop in the 2012 X-Fighters World Tour. I'm Tim Ward, standing in temporarily for Ed Lee as he's otherwise involved in some other sporting event back in London, but I've forgotten what that's all about, to be honest. Holding my hand here, though, in purely a metaphorical sense, I assure you, is a man that I've known personally for years, but have never had the pleasure of working this closely with before. What a way to ruin a perfectly good friendship, eh? He is, of course, the man of mountain bike myth and legend. Now the first word on all things freestyle motocross. It's Mr. Rob Warner. Rob, the crowd are filing in to what is yet again another amazing X-Fighters location.
We're in the Olympic Park, in the Olympic Stadium, built for the 72 Munich Games, and it's just a breathtaking structure. It looks like it was built yesterday, it's so modern. And behind us, Tim, we've got a huge floor space, and they've used every square foot of it to create what is a massive FMX course, and one that's going to allow these riders to take the sport to another level again.
Well, I tell you what I really like is the fact that England beat Germany down there 5-1 11 years ago. But that aside, here we are. You've been down onto the course. How is it out there?
Well, I think first off, we've got to talk about that big four-pack over there. You know, a takeoff landing into another takeoff and landing in a very quick succession. And in the middle of there, there's a dirt kicker just to make things even more difficult. We saw Villegas actually trying to flip out of that big four-pack over there off that dirt kicker. He was lucky to escape injury.
Let's move on to the man of the moment, our personal favourite, Thomas Pages from France.
Well, the man on everybody's lips in this sport at the moment, Thomas Pages, one-man phenomenon. In my eyes, perhaps the most exciting rider there is. You know, we saw him in Glen Helen with a body varial. If he pulled that in the final, he probably would have won that event. Madrid didn't go quite as well for him. He managed to pull a varial and a special flip. Just an insane move. Judges didn't quite gel with him. They said, you know, no, we want to see backflips. But, you know, contentious issue. He didn't win that event. I think he should. A lot of people did. Tonight, he's going to step it up one more time. He's actually going to throw a flare in as well. We haven't seen a flare at X-Fighters in a competition run. Only at a best trick comp. Fredrik Johansson did one a few years ago in Madrid. All those tricks, Tim, are tricks that riders work for years towards to pull off once in a best trick comp. He is going to attempt to do 3 of them in one run. And if he does, then he has to win this event tonight. He has to. I mean, it's just justice is waiting for him. Let's hope he can pull it off.
Absolutely. Right, well, let's take a look at the standings then. Rob, what do you make of the table?
Well, Levi Sherwood is sitting pretty at the top of it, no doubt about it. But with 100 points up for grabs at every round, Villegas, Torres and Pages are still in with a shout. You know, I think this is probably the most dangerous sport on the planet, and these riders' fortunes can change in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely. Well, I can promise you that tonight's event will have more twists and turns than a freshly baked pretzel. It's time to find out how the rider pairings are looking for the quarterfinals, so it's over to our man in the know, Mr. Nice Guy, Tess Sewell.
Well, thanks, guys. Look at these quarterfinal matchups. Levi Sherwood, Tom Pages, then Danny Torres and Maikel Malero. In number 3, Adelberg versus Viejas, and finally David Ronaldo versus Ego Sato. Remember, in the quarterfinals, the riders have 2 minutes to perform their best 6 tricks, and these are the best of those runs. Levi Sherwood on course. Giant kiss of death flip to start it off. That is the way to catch the judge's attention. Look at the extension Sherwood has under that bike. Coming round again, what Sherwood got for us? Big Shaolin flip. Snap kick through the bars. Absolutely perfect execution from the Kiwi. Nice, going the right side up trick to cliffhanger into the double-double. One-handed seat grab to rock solid from Sherwood. Take a look at this. Already landed one trick, grabs the seat, lets go, somehow gets it all back on. Phenomenal tricks from Levi Sherwood, but Tom Pages has so many crazy new ideas. Can he unveil them all? Wow! Starting it off with a special flip. Look at that, flipping over the bike. A little bit long and a little bit sideways, but we'll give it to him in a vault. Oh, I thought he was having a little bit of trouble there. Watch this. Turns around, comes in towards the landing, and he's actually really nose heavy. Wow, I love the way Tom Pages can whip a bike. Take a look at how this bike is upside down. This is it. He's lining up for the quarter pipe. Will we see the flare? Yes! Pages pulls the 540 flare. Listen to this Munich crowd go wild. Let's see what the judges think. What a great matchup, though, with the Frenchman and our current tour leader, the Kiwi. Variety goes to Tom Pages, so they like those new tricks.
Execution of tricks.
Execution. This has to be Sherwood, and it is. Beautifully well-executed tricks. Style also going Sherwood's way. Use of course. Again, Pages the only one pulling a quarter pipe, and yes, Pages gets it, so it is 2-2. Who will take the final category? Energy. Certainly both guys were on fire today, but Pages, Tom Pages will take the energy category, and he will go through to the semifinals, knocking out Levi Sherwood.
Well, there you go, Rob. For once, I'm actually speechless.
I was blown away by that. I mean, that should have been 5-0 for Pages. I watched Sherwood's run, you know, and the KOD he did right in front of us. He's back to his best, no doubt about it, but Pages has dismissed him there. We talked about him doing those 3 tricks. He did them all faultlessly. He only needed 2 of them, and the way he landed that flare, it was amazing, dude. That kid is more explosive than hand grenade swing ball. It's mind-blowing watching him. If he can pull that together for another 2 rounds, he has to win tonight. There's no way he can lose.
Well, Thomas Pages has secured the first of tonight's semi-final spots. Just 3 places remain, and a field of riders preparing to fight him for the win, rather than me. Find out who will be victorious and who will fall victim to defeat right after the break. Plus, you'll also get to see the moment that Rob here took on the FMX ramps. Join us again on Dave.
As I was saying, we were sat round the...
Welcome back to the magnificent Olympic Stadium here in Munich for the penultimate stop on the 2012 Red Bull X Fighters World Tour. Before the break, we saw Thomas Pages serve up an absolute symphony of FMX skills worthy of Beethoven to take him into the semis. And our next quarter-final now could be more tense than an Englishman's bladder at the Munich Beer Fest. It's Danny Torres against Maikel Malero, and it's over to Tess Saul for the commentary.
Tim, Rob, this one is going to be a great matchup. It's the master and the student, if you like, Torres and Malero. Of course, Malero, a protege of Danny Torres, but is just riding so well, he might take down Torres tonight. Danny up first with a big stripper flip. This is a new trick in his repertoire. Look at that. Way over the bars. Great extension. Torres lining up. What's he got in store for us? Wow! Nice, lazy boy. Way laid out. Look at this. Underneath the bike. Outstretched legs, outstretched arms. Perfect. Nice, coming into the double-double here. Oh, beautiful execution. Here he's over the bars. He's got a lineup for the second half of this trick, and just watch. That is an absolute textbook ruler. Well, we saw what Torres had. Can Malero answer with tricks that are at least as big? Nice start there, going in for the seat grab flip. Extending underneath the bike, kiss of death, Indian air. The only knock here really doesn't scissor kick the legs. He kind of kicks off to one side. Oh, one-handed takeoff into the double-double. Oh, it's tsunami-style ruler. One hand off into a sideshow. Great start to the double-double. Comes off. Executioner into rock solid. Touches the boot. Both hands off. Great style. This was a major matchup. You can see the tie. Style is going to break this one. It goes to Danny Torres. So Torres will advance. Malero has to sit the next round out.
Well, there we go. Another polished performance from Danny Torres.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's coming back to form. We saw that in Madrid after those foot injuries. He looked great out there tonight. And poor old Maikel Malero, you know, he's lived so long in the shadow of Torres that he's actually got moss growing on his face. You know, he out-qualified him here. I sensed some tension between them a little bit after one of the practice runs. But Torres looked so good out there. He cased the first double of that four-pack, yet he still went for a huge tsunami. You know, his head's looking back. He can't see the landing. Faith he was over it. His extensions, how long he holds the tricks. He's just that little bit more polished than Malero. But Malero will have him one day. Tonight wasn't his night.
So Danny Torres there takes his place in the semi-finals alongside Thomas Pages. In the words of Albert Einstein, any man who can drive safely whilst kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. Deeply profound, but nothing to do whatsoever with our next quarter-final. I just wanted to share that nugget from the German genius. The riders are on course for our third quarter-final, so time to go back to the man with the commentary. It's over to you, Tess.
I'm not sure who to call for this one. It really is a wide-open competition between Adelberg and Viejas. Adelberg coming out big, wow. Superman, Indian air, and then goes to a heel clicker, all while upside down on that Yamaha. That was a blistering start to this round. Big, he goes for it. He does the cliffhanger, no-handed lander. Folks, we call this the stage dive. Wow. Into the dirt takeoff. Pulls a big Cordova flip. Looks like he's pulling that late, trying to really wield that bike around. One-handed takeoff. Into the double grab. Oh, late no-hander. Watch this, one-handed. Gets the double grab and then just takes the hands off. So Adelberg putting in a big run. What does Viejas have to answer that? Well, starting off with a ginormous heart attack backflip. Wow! Cordova flip to Superman. This is incredibly hard. Watch the Superman. This is where you get ripped away from the motorcycle, but he makes it.